What up? What up? Welcome back to the Audio Theory podcast featuring your host Superfly. Got my co-host on the other end, Danny Daybars Open. What's up?
Good, my dude?
Chilling. I'm kind of under the weather. We were just joking earlier. I hope this shit is not coronavirus because there's no telling if I'll make it to another episode if that shit hit me.
Yo, don't even joke about that.
Knock on wood. But it's weird because now I go to work and I see people with
the mask
face masks on.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, I guess. But I don't think they've reported like any serious activity in my area. So
thank God, bro. Yeah, there was a funny meme to obviously make light of the situation. It was like a 12-pack of Coronas with like the mask on, and like a 12 pack of Heineken with the mask on, and like the Corona bottle on the other side. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
I figured somebody was gonna do that shit at some point.
Yeah, at some point. Damn, bro, that's crazy. But you think it's just like there's like a flu, or you've been like sleeping kind of crazy? Like what?
Sleeping. So I had a fucking work report I was working on. When was it? Monday or Tuesday or something? And I stayed up till like 3 or 4, and it got to the point where I was like, I can't work on this even if I wanted to. I just had to go to bed. I woke up at like 8, feeling crazy. Obviously went in to like do the presentation, and then I dipped out early, and I was like, I can't do this shit.
I can't be here.
And then today I was like, I woke up a little crazier. But whatever it is, I'm sure I'll get over it within a couple more days.
Yeah, you'll be alright, bro. Drink some tea and coffee and shit, you'll be alright.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's get into it, bro, because obviously you being in LA, I mean, that's like the cool, and obviously in this situation, the negative. But it's cool that us being on different sides of the coast, we get different perspective on things. So this episode is going to be called episode 15, Mamba out. So unfortunately, Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others died on a helicopter crash on Sunday. So obviously, man, you being in LA, just tell me, obviously, what's the vibe? And then where were you when you found out or started hearing the news about it?
Yeah, so I was at my brother's place, which isn't too far from me. We had gone out the night before, and I just remember waking up and feeling like depressed, but I didn't know why.
Wow.
Like I just felt like sad, like it just felt wrong, and I was like, fuck. Maybe it's just because it's Sunday and I don't want to go to work and I'm like slightly hungover or whatever.
Yeah.
But I looked at my phone, and the first text thread I saw was a few friends of mine had created a thread name called R.I.P. Kobe, and I didn't even have a chance to see the text right away. I just saw that group chat name.
Yeah.
Clicked into it, and I was just like, fuck, like this really happened. Obviously in disbelief, and then for the next 2 days it was just like a very sad, like dark atmosphere. Just all around, like people who weren't even fans of him when he was here, like basketball wise, obviously we're still mourning him, and it's just like shit, we like lost. You could feel that somebody super important, like the energy just vanished from the earth.
Dude.
It's been like that.
That's how it feels here. So I can't even imagine being in LA. Do you drive by like the downtown area where like they had like the was it Lakers Live or LA Live, that area?
Yeah, so my brother's place isn't too far from there. I didn't have a chance to drive by, but several of my friends went over to pay respects. For me, I was just in such like a sour mood after that. I just kind of just went home and got some rest. And actually, like, I mean, I didn't even really grow up watching too much of basketball. Like, no one in my household was super hardcore fans of any team, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I shed some tears Sunday and Monday, just like thinking about the whole thing. I think what really did it was like knowing that his daughter was like supposed to take on his like carry on his legacy.
Yeah.
And then she passed too, so it's like, well, fuck, like it just makes it that much worse because she was on track to like carry on his name, and if she was still here, at least you could be like, okay, well, she's got it.
She's
like,
the one. Yeah.
Like this is the universe like putting the power in her hands now. But now, like, I guess unless the other 2 daughters, it's 2 other ones, right?
3 more.
Oh, 3. Unless one of them like chooses to pursue it, it's kind of tough to think about that. So rest in peace to Kobe, but shit.
Yeah, huge rest in peace to Kobe, Gigi, and the other 7 passengers, man. Yeah, so it was crazy. I was actually at church, so I had my phone face down, and then I was still at my table at church, and I flipped my phone over, and I see like 50 fucking messages, and I'm like, yo, why the fuck is everyone so animated right now? Like I was only gone for like an hour. Like, what the fuck is happening in the world in an hour?
Right, on a Sunday too.
On a Sunday, like dude, like, and what's crazy, I just had a bachelor party the night before, like I mentioned. And like at the bachelor party, dude, I was having like very clear visions when I was talking to my boys about like, yo, we gotta like just be in the moment, like stop stressing about shit from the past and stop stressing about shit in the future, like just be present. And I think having that mentality helped me the first 3 or 4 hours when I got the news, because like it was weird. I was just like, there's no way, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like it didn't hit me. Yeah. And then bro, it was like 8 o'clock, so probably like 5 hours after the news came through. And I was watching CNN, and them just hearing the words Kobe Bryant dead at 41, dude, I just started fucking bawling. Like, yo, 30 minutes of just nonstop fucking tears, bro. And dude, like, and obviously we've spoken about, unfortunately, even our last episode, like, you know, recent artists in the hip hop culture who've like passed away. But I've never cried. You know what I mean? I've just been like, I've been sad. Like I even went to XXX funeral. But I didn't cry. Like it was just like, yeah, I want to pay respects. Like you helped me with music, and I'm sad I'm gonna miss out on that. I'm sad you're so young. But yo, Kobe shit hit different, bro. Like obviously I'm a huge basketball fan, so I mean I had aspirations of fucking being in the leagues. But I can remember my furthest memory of basketball as a kid, Kobe was like around. You know what I mean? Because he's 10 years older than me, 11 older than you. He was in the league at the age of 17, so I was like 6 or 7. And like I already started watching the NBA. Like he was already always on TV. Like he fucking dated Brandy. Like he was always around, bro. And just the simple fact that like, dude, these fucking like there was something very like tangible of the shit he was doing with his daughter, because yo, he as of like the beginning of this season, him and her were at courtside at every fucking game. And like it's just videos of him like educating her, like, yo, look, see what he's doing, do this. And it was just like, bro. And then like he fucking won an Oscar last year. Like, bro, like there were interviews of him like, yo, he's never been more content. And like, yo, that's crazy because you think about it, most fucking like athletes after they're done playing a sport, they fucking commit suicide, they're fucking bankrupt, like they have no idea what to do with their lives, because like that's the only thing they've been doing since they were fucking like middle schoolers. Right. And this dude he was like so happy being away from basketball and like so happy with the other shit he was doing with his life, for that to be taken away. And then also, bro, the simple fact, like, yo, he's 41, man. Like, like he's not supposed to die. Like, he's supposed to die at 41, period. Yeah. But over some shit like this, like I always thought of like, yo, Kobe would be that guy, like, yo, 60 and like, you know, still talking shit about Shaq, or like I couldn't wait to see his Hall of Fame speech, which now we're never gonna see it. He gets inducted. You know, he just got inducted right now. He'll have like his thing next summer. So it just to hit, like, yo, I cried a lot. Yo, I cried a lot Sunday, bro, like nonstop, like, because it just didn't make sense. It's like, bro, how could, like, he's too young. You know what I mean? Like, he's too young, and like I take comfort that, yo, like, it broke my heart again, but like he was doing the thing he loved the most, which was being a dad. And like, dude, they said, like, ESPN reported, again, it could be nonsense, but I hope it's true. It sounds true that, and if I was a dad, I think I would do the same thing. Like, yo, when they found the wreckage, like, Gigi was still in his arms. It's like, then it makes you think, like, yo, what was they, like, how can you look at your daughter and be like, baby, I can't protect this, but just come to me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's fucking heartbreaking. And yeah, to your point, like, he had barely just retired a couple years ago or whatever, and finally had a chance to like reap the benefits of all that hard work and spend time with his family and teach them and nurture them and everything, and it's just like snatched away suddenly.
And what's wild is that, I don't know if you saw I saw a video that he did, like a podcast like 2 years ago, I think, on A-Rod, is that he was he only got the helicopter, bro, like in the last like 10 years of his career, because he kept missing out on school shit for his kids. Yeah. So that's the only reason he got it. Yes, he's like, yo, I couldn't do practice for me and then go to their school recital and then come back to practice. Yeah. So I just fucking paid the $12 million to get a helicopter so I can beat LA traffic and be home and back and forth in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because obviously LA's mad small if you think about it, but like,
yeah,
it just fucking makes it like unbearable.
Yeah, it's wild. And for the people who've never been to LA or aren't familiar with it, when it comes to like distance and asking, you know, where's this and that, we always refer to it in minutes and not miles, because fucking 1 mile could be half an hour going that way and fucking 2 minutes going the opposite direction. So wherever he was living, I mean, even if it was 7 miles apart, that shit could be in 2 hours. So,
yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, yo, I'll be in a car for hours, and it's like, yo, I'm missing out on fucking life by doing this. And that kind of makes sense. I go back to when I was in LA to see you, like what, September or whatever. I was like at some like rooftop, and I was like, yo, it's fucking wild how like every building here has a helipad, like every single one. Like, I guess like that's probably like what rich people do in LA. Like, yo, we're not fucking gonna just be in traffic wasting life. Like, we'll just rent a chopper and just fucking go there.
Yep. And I think Uber's trying to come up with a helicopter solution, but that shit is gonna take a while for any participants.
Never gonna do that shit. Fuck that, bro.
And apparently his copter, I mean, obviously his helicopter was like state of the art. Apparently it was meant to like be able to
withstand
withstand fog, or like be able to navigate through it, and was like even had an autopilot Tesla sort of feature. So I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm obviously not like a helicopter specialist or terrain specialist or anything, but
yeah, I think we'll probably find out the next week or so, man, which obviously it's not going to change anything. Like, it's still fucking sad. Like, you know, one of my boys like sent the group chat like the video of it going down. I was like, bro, I don't want to see this shit. Like, this is not going to help me in any fucking way. Like,
yeah, I think it might have been fake, because I saw that same one and it was like shared within minutes, but then apparently it was like a video in Iran or something.
Really?
But either way, just looking at it, knowing that's literally basically what happened, doesn't make you feel good.
Yeah, so. I don't want to see that shit, bro. But yeah, man, that was yeah, dude. Even here, man, like to your point, like it's a lot of people who weren't even basketball fans. But again, like if you were a teenager or young, you know, preteen, like Kobe, one of the most famous people on the fucking planet. Like you just know of Kobe, or even if you're not a basketball fan, but you know Kobe. Like Kobe was that fucking guy. And dude, it's crazy. Like, you know, they're putting fucking murals of him, not just in LA, like every corner, but like, yo, the Philippines, every fucking, they're putting massive murals all over the world for this guy, bro. I'm like, in Italy, because he was like he lived in Italy for like 8 years. Like,
yeah,
so massive the impact, bro. And again, for me, like, again, I've lost a couple rappers who we were massive fans of. And again, I never cried. I was sad for them, and I'm like, damn, that sucks. More so like, yo, the world wasn't able to see what they had to offer still. But this one just hit different, bro. Like, yo, I'm like bawling like I lost someone in my own family. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't I'm a Knicks fan, so like Kobe used to fuck us up every fucking year. But like I wasn't a Kobe fan, but it's still someone you just respected and like, damn, this dude was a fucking, like, he's just like, for someone to be so confident and actually do like what they say they want to do is remarkable, right? Like just saying like, yo, we want to have the best podcast, and within 2 years we make that happen. Like that's that Mamba mentality that he was talking about. Like, so yeah, man, this one just hits so different. And I don't know when it's gonna fucking stop, because like honestly, like I mean, I know you said you got off social media because it was like just nonstop, like Kobe. But bro, there's even more and more videos of him coming out and like all this shit he did for other people that really never got spoken about, because apparently he told people like, yo, I'm gonna do this, but I don't want any publicity for this. Like I'm just here to help and pay it forward. And like now he's not here, so people want to share those stories. Bro, that shit's like, it's even like making it worse, because like, damn, like we just missed out on another 40 years of him doing amazing shit for other people. Like, yeah,
and there was even some shit I saw of him like saving someone from a fucking car crash, just like regular superhero shit, you could say. And I think another disappointing thing is, I guess for people of color, we don't have idols and icons at the level of a Kobe, where like some random kid in China will idolize him just as much. Like we don't have that many people I can think of who are at that level doing awesome things. So like when we lose one, it literally does feel like a family member or someone, father figure or whatever you want to call it, because like, now who's left? 6, 7 other people or whatever.
Right.
So it's crazy when stuff like this happens.
Yeah, bro. And just again, I think the 41 thing, bro. Like again, me being 31, you being 30 now, like it just like you like in our minds of like, yo, we still got like 50 years left on this fucking planet, like to make shit happen, right? And it's like, bro, like you really don't. Like shit could change tomorrow, bro. So like,
yeah,
it's just so wild, man. It's again the only reason why I think I was able to go through this pretty well. I mean, I was lucky enough that on Saturday I had like some moment of clarity. I was like, bro, I got to stop being anxious about like, damn, I was like, this shit could have happened to me before, and like if that would have happened, then I would have been in a better spot now. But I'm so scared about the future, so I got to save money. And like, yes and no, but like, yo, this if anything was a lesson to just fucking live in the fucking moment and be like, you pretty much have everything you need if you really just look at it through a clear lens, as opposed to thinking, oh, I need that, I need to have this, I need to be there. Fuck, like all my friends are fucking traveling to Austin, so I have to go. Like, dude, bro, like if you don't want to go, you don't have to go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and on that, I think balance is really important, because even just like on the saving money thing, or just work in general, I mean, we constantly see articles about, thinking 50 years down the road or working towards some crazy, I don't know, title at work or whatever the case may be. And obviously those things are important, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, okay, this is probably something I don't necessarily need, but I really want it and it's going to make me happy. Or, you know what, I'm not making as money as I could be if I, worked to go to this company, but at least where I'm at, I have good work-life balance or whatever the case is. Because I'm just like, while we assume we're going to be 80, 90 years old, knock on wood, some shit might happen in, a week. So I would hate to just accumulate all this money and fucking not live my life and, just work so hard towards something, and then, I'm just gone and never experience like happiness along the way.
100%, man. Like, yes, that's why even my dad was a huge Kobe fan. He's actually a Laker fan. So when I called him, he was like almost in tears, and he was like, DJ, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Because obviously, like, when my parents see me, like, it's like, oh, you're here now, you're there now, you're traveling here now. But like, it's like, bro, because at the end of the day, man, like, if you want to be on your deathbed, like, I feel like you want to look back and like, yo, I had moments that I can remember, right?
Yeah.
Like memorable fucking moments where either I was making an impact in someone else's life or I was making an impact in my own. As opposed to like, bro, I fucking worked 90 hours a week and bought a whole bunch of shit, and who cares, bro? Like, like,
and skipped out on Coachella because it was like $100 more than you wanted to spend.
Yeah.
I realizing the shit is actually pretty lit.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Shit like that, bro. Like shit like that shit I'm gonna remember forever. And like, for example, like, so we have the Super Bowl down here in Miami this weekend, and Kanye is doing a Sunday service down in Miami at 11 a.m. Tickets still available, not that expensive. And I was like, but it's also during the same time I'm taking my financial like class. And I was like, bro, I've seen Kanye already. I've seen the exact performance already. Like, and I don't want to be in Miami when there's like a million people here. Yeah. So I'm not going. You know what I mean? Like, and my girl was like, you sure, baby? Like, it's Kanye. You love Kanye. I'm like, I do. I love Kanye. But like, my own well-being is better. And then I know the anxiety I'm going to have from being in line for fucking 4 hours to hopefully get a good seat to, bro, like, I'm going to be pissed, bro. Like, I'm going to be fucking furious.
Yep.
So, like, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, I'll go see him when it's like a concert. I have a guaranteed seat, not this, like, buy a ticket and figure it out. Like, fuck that. I'm not going to deal with that shit.
Yeah. No, totally. That's kind of how I felt when Post Malone had his tour in November. It was like on a Tuesday or some shit, and I think I would have just gotten back from Colombia, and the tickets were like 100-ish, so it wasn't crazy, but it also wasn't anything to fucking just chuckle at and be like, oh, that's nothing.
That's
so
light.
Light work. So I thought about it. I'm like, yo, I've seen this fool like 5 times in the past 2 years, probably not worth it. And I ended up being like the most tired I've been like the whole year, like on the night of. So I was like, thank God I didn't buy that ticket, because I would have been miserable.
Exactly. Like, there's like, you have to be like, I feel like as we get older, we become more cognizant of that. It's like, yo, you gotta do shit that is gonna make you happy. And like I don't know if it's just Saturday or just like this guy dying, but like I've also been very cognizant over the past like month, obviously the new year, whatever, but of being cool with saying no to shit. Like, bro, like, no, like, I don't want to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, because at the end of the day, like, yo, fuck anyone else's feelings but your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, come to happy hour. I'm like, no, like, I don't want to go. Like, I have no fucking desire.
Yeah.
Like,
that was my New Year's resolution, I think last year. I mean, I still have to practice it more, but it got to the point where I think when I was really little, like, my friends would call my house and like beg to come over and play this and shit. And for whatever reason, I just didn't want to say no because I thought maybe they would get mad and I would never have friends, some shit. But now if I'm like hungover and someone's trying to get me to come out, I'm like, no. And if they'll, of course, try to get you to still come out and shit, but I'm like, I'll just ignore it because I'm like, it's really not that serious and I do not feel like I'm gonna be miserable and just fuck up your mood. So
facts, bro. Cause that's what I remember. Like, I remember being out. Everyone's like, "Danny, you look so sad. Like, what's wrong?" I'm like, in my mind, I'm like the little me inside is like, "Yo, you don't want to be here. Like, like, you have no desire of being here, and yet you said, okay, yeah, I'll be there, bro. Don't worry." Like, fuck, bro. Yeah. So I'm definitely like, yo, I've been trying to be consciously like, no, bro. And the result of that is like, yo, I'm probably the most content I've been fucking forever. And my fucking bank account's not fucking shrinking every week. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I got drinks at home, bro. Like, I got, like, why are we going to a bar to watch a game when I pay cable that's more expensive to watch this shit? Like, I'm a fucking stay at home.
Right. But I do have all I ask from my friends is when I like ask them if they want to do something is for them to respond. I don't give a fuck if you say, no, I'm not down for it at all.
100%.
Some friends, like, they just won't say shit, period. And I'm like, okay, do you not want to ever hang out, or what is that?
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with that. Yeah, just express why not, and like, don't care about the fucking, like, for example, I told my boy straight up, I'm like, yo, I'm really trying to save money right now. It's not a good time for me. That's it. Yeah, that's it, bro. Because, and I'm the kind of guy, bro, who used to get caught up in playing superhero. Dude, I can remember even like back in college days, bro. Like, yo, like, oh, we're going out. First 5 rounds on me. Yeah. Like, oh, you don't worry about it, bro. I got you. Don't worry about it. Oh, you want to come over? I got you. I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this?
Yep. Yeah, we're not doing Uber X tonight. We're doing Uber Black. Hop in on me.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't Venmo me shit, bro. I got it. First round on me. Oh, you want me to come visit you for 3 days cross country? Bro, I'm out there. Like, you know what I mean?
And you wake up and you see all the receipts.
And you're just like, damn, bro, what the fuck was I doing? So, again, hopefully it's better late than never. But definitely, man, this shit hit me hard. I think it's hit everyone around the world hard, bro. So, I mean, it's more a testament that, like, especially think back to, like, all this shit that was being said about LeBron last year, where it was, like, that Fox reporter was, like, shut up and dribble. Like, no one's trying to hear your bullshit about, like, good justice for, everyone and all that, the school that he opened. So, it's amazing how, like, one player or one human being who just happened to play basketball but also did other shit, was a great father, great husband, great person, has an entire world sad right now. So it's a testament, like, bro, like, these guys really are more than just athletes, man. And like, it's sad that it takes things like this to remind us, like, yo, these are human beings that had a life, had people depending on them, had businesses, had fucking philanthropies, like, just like, but it's cool that there's just so much love pouring out for this dude.
Yeah.
Because I remember even that whole fucking Me Too movement tried to fucking, like, bring him down because, like, the whole rape charge, and, like, even that didn't work for Kobe. Like, yo, like, that shit did not stick at all. They're like, yo, we can Me Too everyone else but this nigga. Like,
that's the funniest thing that you bring that up, because I even know, like, I mean, I've heard people bring that shit up recently, and I had to check myself and be like, wait, didn't this shit happen like 20 years ago? Like, why is it coming up now? And it's fine, you can have your opinions, but I'm like, why now? Why didn't you say you didn't have this energy 10 years ago? When
Facts. 4 years ago, when he was dropping 60 his last game, like, no one was like, oh, rapist.
But there's got to be a meme out there of like when they're like the negativity and bullshit, and the dude's like slapping the words away and shit. Like the rape case just coming at Kobe and him just slapping the shit out of it, cause
blocking that shit, just fucking
that didn't work.
That shit, bro. But that was funny, because I remember during the whole, like, Oscar run, because I mean pretty much everyone thought he was gonna win for that movie he made, and they were like, should he even be there? Because remember, like, everyone who was a part of the Me Too thing was, like, not invited to the Oscars. And they were like, should Kobe even be there? What about this? And, bro, that shit did not stick to him at all. That motherfucker won that shit. was fucking partying with Kendrick Lamar that same, like, yo, he was like on top of the world, bro. And that shit was a year ago. Like, that's the funny thing, bro. If you go back to our episode that we spoke about Drake and like him being the artist of the decade, and he probably had no idea in 2010 where he was going to be 10 years ago, bro. There's no way that my man was thinking a year from now, I'm not going to be on this earth. Like, damn, that shit is just fucking terrible, bro. Because I guarantee he's thinking about, yo, I'm going to keep making movies, keep making books for females, keep supporting my daughters. Like, dog, this shit just comes at you so fast. But like, sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's not. And that's why I feel like, you know, more than ever, you got to just be so present and content with right now, because assuming shit's going to get better or worse, or fearing it's going to get worse later, is like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. I mean, do you, this just popped into my head, but do you think if, God forbid, Michael Jordan or LeBron were in, or they met their demise the same way, that we would be getting the very same kind of reaction and outpour that we've seen over the past few days?
Yo, so I would say LeBron, yes, because he's a little bit younger, so he is even more of our generation. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was in high school when we were in high school. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? And then he, just because he does so much philanthropy that's fucking being spoken about constantly. So I would say more so for him. For Michael Jordan, dude, he's almost 60. You know, there's part of you would say, oh, he lived his life, he had an impact. And then also, dude, like, Jordan, yes, was that guy. And dude, again, my entire closet's Air Jordan. So yes, there's like an attachment there. But there was always, I feel with Jordan, there's an attachment to the brand, not an attachment to the human being.
That's very true. That's,
you know
a
what I mean?
point.
Like, he's never really speaking in public. He does do charities here and there, but it's not a lot. I mean, maybe it's, I take that back. It's just not being spoken about. He never really has a hard stance when it comes to politics. So it's like, I feel like we're, as us, like our age group, you know, millennials, whatever, Gen Z's, like, we connect with him on a like brand level. Like, I love Jordan Brand. Like, that's my shit. Yep. Like, I don't, as far as like Michael Jordan, like, yeah, he was the GOAT, but like, I was still so young when he was at his prime. You know what I mean? So like, I just knew he was the best, but I don't know what that meant. Like, Kobe and LeBron, like, I'm very aware of like what I'm looking at, and it's different. And then all the other shit they done in their life. So I think with Kobe, if God forbid that ever happened to LeBron, and I didn't want to put that shit out there, but if he were to reach his demise at an early age, like similar, or even if he was 75, like, I feel there would be a larger connection to him, because we connect with these guys on a more personal level. Yeah. Social media obviously helps that as well. Like, if Michael Jordan had social media when he was 25, maybe it'd be different. But yeah, with Michael, like, it's way more of a connection on a superficial brand level, as opposed to, damn, like, I really connect with that guy as a human being.
Yeah, no, that's all very good points. I mean, how do you feel about the whole like logo situation? Because some people are saying, oh, well, it should have been Michael anyways, or they shouldn't change it at all, because unless they were talking about changing it to Kobe in the first place. And I mean, my initial reaction is, obviously everyone's sad about what happened. It seems like kind of like a knee-jerk, nice to have reaction to honor him, but I mean, I'm sure you can imagine changing a logo like that would probably cost fucking billions, if not millions. And just,
yeah, I mean, it would, but it also wouldn't be, I don't think it'd be that difficult, because I mean, I'm assuming they'll still keep the same like red, white, and blue silhouette on the background. So it was just changing the way a guy's figurine kind of looked. So again, I'm with it, and if it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna get mad at the NBA. Like, at the end of the day, like, I really think, and the NBA, again, just being an absolute sports fanatic, out of all the American sports, hockey, baseball, basketball, football, the NBA is like the one league that really takes care of their fucking players. And like, they let them say whatever the fuck they want. Let them wear whatever the fuck they want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they really care. So I guarantee the NBA is going to be doing something over the next 50 years that constantly gives respect to losing Kobe at an early age. So yeah, I feel like whatever they fucking decide to do is going to be amazing and super heartfelt, and, you know, really fucking meant to, like, yo, make Vanessa and her daughters feel like, yo, we all lost something, and we're gonna do right by you and Kobe, and like make sure his memory is always it's at the forefront. When you think the NBA, you're gonna think about Kobe Bryant, I think.
Yeah.
So if it's the logo or not, like I'm not even I wouldn't get butthurt if they didn't change it. Like it's that being done doesn't change that the NBA is gonna always be Kobe Bryant. So
yeah, I feel like whatever happens, like his legacy will be immortalized in one way or another, 100%. And they're gonna find the right way to honor him. It's just a matter of them taking time to do it. I mean, this only happened a few days ago, so
yeah, dude, that's why I'm glad they postponed the game they were meant to have yesterday, because there's no way anyone in that Laker building was fucking ready to play basketball, bro. Like that's the shit that also has been killing me, man. Like all the dudes that Kobe like helped along the way, or dude, there's so many people in the NBA now because this motherfucker played for 20 years, which is, think about that, bro. He's only 41, and half of that time he was an NBA player. Like think half one thing. Like
that's crazy.
Dude, insane. But dude, so many kids who were like those guys who like 4 years and below in the NBA, dude, they picked up a basketball because of this guy. So like imagine being in the league, like you made your dreams come true, and then the guy who like you were trying to be like dies.
Yeah.
Like, bro, crazy, bro. But
it's like seeing Superman die. Like it's just wild.
Facts, bro. And like, all those videos of like Tyson Chan, like all those NBA players who knew him as on a personal level, just dude on the sidelines in fucking tears. And like, bro, I'm fucking crying from 1,000 miles away, never met the dude, didn't know him on any kind of level. Imagine people who had like proper conversations, like who would text him every day. He would coach your kids. He would come to like, apparently, you know who Matt Barnes is?
Yeah.
So him and Matt Barnes became super close towards the end of his career. And then Matt Barnes called Kobe. He's like, Kobe, my twins are turning 10 years old. They're fucking obsessed with you. Can you come surprise them for a birthday party? And bro, like he dropped everything to do that shit. Like, those stories are there's so many. And it's just like, I don't even know what the fuck, how these people are even functioning right now, bro. Because if we're this depressed over someone we didn't know, like, this shit like is crazy, bro, on every level.
And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to fully believe in karma, just when stuff like this happens. Not to say you shouldn't do good and just put good energy out there, but sometimes when stuff like this happens, it just makes you kind of ask yourself why. I mean, granted, this may somehow like facilitate something even greater down the road. Somehow maybe some kid just gets inspired and continues what he's doing and helps elevate it for generations and generations, maybe his kids or something. So that could potentially be just like the universe's way of fucking kickstarting and shocking somebody into greatness.
Yeah, man. So like, if you think about it, and I've had those moments where I've actually like thought about shit like that too. Especially with XXX, I'm like, like, what's the meaning of like a 19-year-old dying? Like, what the fuck? But if you think about it, obviously, I mean, I'm not a super Christian, but being a Christian, I think Jesus died at 33 or 31, something super young. And look at the impact, like the idea of that person dying has on the fucking world 20,000 years later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or 2,000 years later. So it's just like, I hope, and I think it will, bro. I think him passing away at an early age, like, it's gonna spark something like you said, but you can just see that the impact someone can have, even though your time on this earth is not that long, right? Like, I guess, like, never pass up a moment to do a good deed, because that impact on someone else could be, unmeasurable. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure when he was doing little talks here and there, or, giving a pep talk to a kid, or just even him doing his own job to the best of his abilities every single day, that motivated other people to be better at their job, bro. Like, there's so many people who talked about, like, I never played basketball, but just seeing him do what he did made me want to be better at my own craft. You know what I mean? Like, so
whether that's like showing up to work early or staying late to study something, I don't know,
bro.
Yeah.
And it also makes you think about, I'm even talking about, like, I'll gladly say, like previous jobs or whatever, bro. Like, it makes you question, like, bro, don't waste time, bro. Don't waste time doing shit that's like you don't enjoy, because God forbid you die tomorrow and like you're gonna look back, it's like, bro, yeah, I had fun, but there was the majority of my days I didn't enjoy because I was in a bad situation. It could be a relationship, it could be a family member you don't really fuck with, but you're like, well, he's my like, you know, they're my family member. So it's like, be okay with just like removing yourself from situations that truly don't benefit you or benefit your soul.
Yeah, for sure. And you don't have to do it in a vengeful way. Like if there's a friend, for instance, who's just like the worst influence on the planet, you don't have to be like, yo, fuck you, and, you know, spread rumors and shit. Just, you know, just distance yourself and be like, you know, this is probably not best for me to, you know, continue doing XYZ, and then, you know, move forward.
100%, man. 100%. So yeah, definitely, rest in peace to Kobe, Gigi Bryant, man. The things they're doing, the things that a lot of people are doing to remember them is fucking phenomenal. And then I thankfully have never yet, because I mean, the sad thing about this, we're super sad about this, but we're all going to be in this position at some point in our lives where we lose someone very close to us. Yeah. And that's just like, it's going to happen. Like that's literally one of the only guarantees when you're born. Like you're going to lose someone so close to you. So, you know, I honestly just, I don't know how his wife, Vanessa, is, I don't know how the fuck she's waking, like, how do you deal with this shit? You know what I mean? So, but again, I think that she probably has that Mamba mentality too. And like, you know, like you're aware and like, this fucking sucks, but I got to keep going. You know what I mean? If anyone wanted me to keep going and be him, I got to do my job. I got to be the best mom. I got to, you know, take care of the foundation. So you would think that, you know, you only attract what you are. And the fact that Kobe was the way he was, you would assume, you know, she was just like that as well. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Real quick, how do you feel about the whole like Nakers reporter situation thing? Did you hear that one?
I didn't hear it, bro, but I read it. And dude, like, again, I'm in a positive space, but I'm gonna assume, you know, positive intent, and maybe it was just a slip of the tongue. Yeah. Like, you don't know if that person was a massive Kobe fan too, and just like, fuck, I'm fucking devastated that my hero died, and now I got to read a fucking prompter. Like, we don't know, bro. So it was on Fox News though, right? That which was like the.
No, it was on MSNBC.
Okay. If it was on Fox News, I'd be like, yo, he meant that shit.
But I heard it. So I'm not like a linguistics person or anything, but you know, there's always those little like I don't know what you would call them, memes and shit, where like they're almost illusions. I think there was one audio based one where it kind of sounds like something, but they tell you what it sounds like beforehand, and obviously your brain is going to make that connection. So when I heard that she said the N-word, before I saw the video, I was waiting for the arrangement of sounds that sounds like the N-word to come. She allegedly said Nakers. On first listen, it sounded like the N-word because that's what the article fucking said. But when I listened to it more, I was like, okay, now I get it. Like Nakers, if you say it, you know, fast or whatever, I mean, of course it's gonna sound bad. And then two, I'm just like, this person would not be so suicidal enough to purposely say this when one of the most beloved black people on the planet is gone. Like, she might as well fucking nosedive into oncoming traffic if this is
facts, bro. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, like exactly. I wasn't even thinking, but yeah, that's a fucking great point. Like, that's career suicide. Yeah. Like on the day we're mourning probably one of the most important people in the last 50 years of this planet. Like, that is career. Like, all right, I hate my job. What can I do? Yeah. And I feel like if you hate your job that much, you wouldn't do something that like could be consumed as a fuck up. Like, you would say that shit clear. Yep. You know what I mean? There would be no like, you know, oh maybe no. I said that shit. Like,
no, if she wanted to be evil, she would have said something more coherent. You know, maybe talked about his controversial past or something. But I really don't think this was
the rapist for Los Angeles Lakers. Like, you know what I mean?
Like some crazy shit like that. I mean, because I don't put clout chasing behind anyone, but at the same time, like, I give her the benefit of the doubt. No one's that fucking crazy.
Yeah, I would assume so, bro. But yeah, let's try to get to some happier topics, man. And I watched the Grammys, which again was kind of crazy because it was in fucking Staples Center. The shit only happened like 3 hours before the show started. And shout out to Alicia Keys. We were just talking about her last week. And I'm like, yo, why is she famous still? But dude, she did a fucking phenomenal job hosting the show, and trying to like make this work, because obviously the entire room was just so fucking.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Grammys at all?
I tried to. I watched most of it.
Bro, too many fucking performances, bro.
Yeah, so many. Like that. I think that's why I don't even know who fucking won, because every time I looked up, somebody was singing.
Bro, every time there was a performance, I fucking changed the channel. Like, I was like, bro, I get it. Like, you're trying to expose other people who, like, got nominated for, like, the world to see. But, bro, it's fucking 4 hours long, that show. And 3 hours and 25 minutes is just fucking performances.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit, what's her name? Camila Cabello?
The shit with her dad?
Yeah. I mean, she looked super fine. And the song was pretty touching. And
no, that Rosalia girl is fine as fuck.
I don't know if I saw her. But I know she's on that Travis song and, like, blowing up and shit.
Oh my god, bro, bad as fuck, bro, and obviously super talented. She's like the first artist who doesn't speak English, like who doesn't have English music, to be nominated for Best New Artist.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she fucking killed that shit. But yeah, dude, I thought it was a fucking. Besides that, I mean, so going back to our predictions earlier, dude, I really think we got everything right, but Suge.
Yeah,
I don't think he won anything.
I think did he not win one?
I don't think so, bro.
Let me see. Best rap song, he didn't win that. Yeah, I'm just gonna write the baby.
Yeah, he didn't win.
Yeah, we said he was gonna win that shit in like everything.
Everything, bro. But again, like I think Lil Nas X had that buzz.
Yeah, he didn't win.
Lil Nas X won, I think, 2 fucking Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
He won Best Pop Duo / Group Performance for Old Town Road with Billy Cyrus. Best Rap Performance. Yo, Nipsey got 2, bro. We predict that shit. We're like, yo, whatever Nipsey's nominated, he is fucking getting a Grammy for, bro.
Yo. Which is, I mean, I think part of the prediction or why I would have agreed to that is because I think it's unfortunately like somewhat political. Like, there's no way they would have fucking survived a day after the Grammys if they didn't at least award him one. People would have boycotted the life out of that show.
Back. And it was in LA. It's like, bro, you gotta do right by my boy, bro. Mm-hmm. That performance was dope though. The higher one, where they did that song. I got that song. I haven't heard that song at the Meek Mill, My Letter to Nip. I haven't heard it. Have you heard it yet?
No, I just heard the portion that he performed.
Yeah, same. But yeah, it was cool that they ended up, putting Kobe's face next to his at the end. But yeah, dude, Nipsey winning 2 was fucking phenomenal. And dude, we predict this shit, yo. Billie Eilish fucking whatever she was nominated in, bro. Holy shit. I think her and her brother each won 5 Grammys. Wild, bro.
Yep.
You think she's 18, 19?
Something like that. Like not even 20.
How do you top this shit?
I know. Then I think it's almost like a blessing and a curse, because now she's got to compete with herself for the rest of her life. Like, what is she gonna get? 20 Grammys now?
Well, I mean, the cool thing about her though is that her shit's so dark. But you obviously know a 19-year-old is gonna live so much more. You know what I mean? So she'll be experiencing new shit to talk about. Yeah. Whereas like it's hard when you do this when you're like 40. It's like, all right, what the fuck else am I gonna talk about? You've already listened to me for the past 20 years. Like I'm tapping out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see like where she'll head, what she'll be and be talking about 5 years from now. Or she might be one of those like Rihanna mega stars who like doesn't have to do shit for like every 10 years.
Yeah, to drop an album every 5 years or 6 years and be like, yeah, you're gonna think it's the hottest shit in the world. Dude, what's so wild, and I guess because I was so young, and dude, there was a point where Rihanna was doing the hip hop shit and dropping an album every year. So it was almost like she was funding the market, and like I started losing my appreciation for her. And it's now that she hasn't given us music in like 6 years, and I'm like, damn, yo, Rihanna was the shit back then. Because honestly, I remember when she was dropping songs like every fucking like month. I'm like, bro, your shit just came out. Like, why do you have a new album? Like, calm the fuck down. So that's so funny that she went on to become a fucking gazillionaire from her fucking underwear brand or makeup brand. Yeah. And now she's like, yo, I'll come out with an album when I want to. Like, calm the fuck. Yep. But yo, I think the biggest thing that I'm proud of, at least for our show, is what we both predicted. Tyler winning hip hop album of the year. I think we both said, I think he killed his fucking performance. That was one good performance I definitely appreciated. And dude, he was true to himself. And I think we both said, bro, it was the most unique hip hop album.
Yeah.
Out of everyone nominated, right? It was like the other ones were cool, but it's like this is nothing was groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think like listen to like Damn when Kendrick came out, like this Igor was a groundbreaking fucking album.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like his post Grammy interview where he was talking about he doesn't appreciate though being like labeled like an urban artist?
I 100% agree with it. It always feels weird using the word urban or like colored and stuff because it, like, it's mainly talking about black people or even his people of Latino descent. So it's always odd. But at the same time, it made me think, like, how do we categorize stuff? Do we leave it up to the artist? Because I think the reason why I also agreed to predict him as the winner was the fact it was so different from hip hop. But then part of me was like, it's so different. Should we even call it hip hop? And it seems like Tyler doesn't want this bucketed as like a rap album. So it just begs the question, should the artist be like, hey, I know 90% of my other shit is rap, but this right here is like country or pop or something, and then have the committee just funnel it in there? Because Post Malone, it sounds like, doesn't even
qualify
for shit. Yeah. He's just like, I make music. He doesn't want to be a rock star, a rapper, or anything. He just makes shit. So who do we leave it up to, and how do we even come to a conclusion on like
that's
what's
a good
what?
Point, bro. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with everything he said. Like, it's just another way to say the N-word and not use the N-word.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know, because when I hear the album, though, I do hear a rap album, just a rap artist taking different chances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like when fucking Big Boy and Outkast won Album of the Year back in the day, Big Boy and Andre 3000 won for Outkast album back in the day, like the double album, like the Love Below and Speaker Box. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, like, Andre was rapping, but he was taking chances with production and singing and all that shit. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that part, if you are rapping on 97% of your album, it's a fucking rap album.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to label it urban, that's where more I have an issue. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Even like I think Virgil came out with a comment like that's why he cringes when he hears the word streetwear. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what, you just think it's because you don't want to say the shit that black people wear? You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like it has that same connotation. It's just a way for like, I guess those in charge to label minorities and stuff a certain way to keep them in line almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think we also, not like you and I necessarily, but people in general, if that's like the majority view, should also try to like distance ourselves from like those words and shit, like street, for instance.
Yeah.
A lot of people like in songs will brag like, this is street, I'm street. And then when we get boxed in that category, then it's like, okay, I want to be in the white people's category too.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. That's a good point. But yeah, that was definitely not a surprise to me, but I was definitely happy that we got him, that we didn't get him. But like, I'm glad that we were right about that one, because I genuinely, looking back at last year, Igor and So Much Fun by Young Thug were by far my 1 and 2 album. So like, I'm glad like that Igor came through. But yo, who would have thought 10 years ago, or when we were like talking about J. Cole being one of the top 3 rappers out, that this motherfucker only wins a Grammy for a song he had with 21 Savage.
Wait, was that his only win ever?
That's his first win ever.
Oh shit, that's like some Leonardo DiCaprio shit where like you've been the best forever, but you don't have any recognition.
Yeah, and you win for making like a Barney remake or some shit like that.
He probably would have won some shit if he did Old Town Road too.
Dude, that's so wild to me. Like, yo, like obviously 21 Savage is dope, but 21 Savage is like a very simple rapper. To think like that's the album, well, that's the song you win a Grammy for is fuck. I mean, that song is fire.
Especially because I don't think the lineup this year for rap at least was that competitive. Like
it wasn't a
nominees and shit. Like it seemed relatively easy to win if you were just above average.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot won a Grammy for J. Cole. Good shout out to Dreamville for getting a win. Dude, so we kind of also we really have some fire prediction on this fucking show. Eminem went #1, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Like,
but I still barely know a song on that thing.
Those stands are real, bro. Those stands are a real thing.
Yep. And I think it also helps that like the haters, like the real dedicated haters, force other people to give it a listen who might not necessarily give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these fools are saying this is terrible. Like, let me go check it out.
Yeah, I definitely didn't check it out, bro. That was not. I still like. I have no desire, bro. I have no desire to check
There's no diversity in his flow. It makes it hard.
That's dude. My brother called me out. My brother listens to the podcast. Shout out to Chris. And he was like, "Yo, what do you mean? Like Eminem's like, well, Eminem's the reason my brother raps, so I guess why he's defending him." But I was like, "Bro, stop."
No, like he's skilled. I don't think anyone's saying
we're not
doesn't
saying
put
he's
words
not
together.
Super skilled, but I was like, "Yo, I'm not trying to hear this shit." Like,
yeah, it doesn't make you feel. It might make you feel like you want to rap because you're gonna teach yourself how to fucking rap so fast that people who don't know rap skills are just gonna say you're fire. Like if you go up to your old 50-year-old white boss and just like he's gonna think you should be fucking winning 100 Grammys. But if you play that shit to like some 14-year-old kid in the Bronx, he's gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And that's the thing, dude. I remember being that 14-year-old kid in the Bronx when Marshall Mathers LP dropped. I was bamming that shit in my dad's car, like, yo, windows down, this is it, like, this is all we're listening to. But bro, there's no way I can go through the Bronx right now. There's 25-year-olds bumping this shit. It's not happening, bro. So yeah, that was just funny to me that we pretty much called that shit. Like, obviously we wanted Mac Miller to go #1. I don't know where I need to check. I don't know where he ended up because I only saw who finished #1. But
yeah,
I think he still sold like 200,000 copies though. So again, that's kudos to all the Mac Miller fans that wanted to support him. But again, kudos to Eminem. I'm not gonna hand someone going #1, but thank God it wasn't Selena Gomez. That's all I gotta say. And then before we get to Heat of the Week, and I got some random song that I just fucking found on a mixtape. But latest news I saw today, I know you've been off social media because of the whole Kobe thing. A$AP Rocky is allegedly dating Rihanna. So the circle of all these niggas dating the same girls continues. So,
isn't she dating like a sheik or some shit?
Yeah, she broke up with him because obviously she's a billionaire now, so why does she need another billionaire? So they broke up. But my thing is, like, bro, if you're Drake, do you feel some kind of way about this shit?
No. Just because I just feel like their history was so far gone, no pun intended. Why would he care? But behind the scenes, I really don't know how these people feel about these girls. That's the tough thing, because they get passed around, but then I'm sure low key some of them fucking feel some type of way. So I mean, and Drake, even if he did feel type of way, there's no way he could come out, because then that's just ammo for like Pusha T or some shit.
Yeah, I feel you. It's just
Plus, didn't he buy him like a Yams chain like a week ago?
No, that's the thing, dude. Like, the only reason why I would think is just like, yo, they're boys, and it's like, all right, bro, if me and you were boys, and then for whatever reason you and your girl don't work out, and fucking 7 years later me and your girl dating, I was like, bro, what?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, especially because it seemed like Drake had a connection with her. It wasn't just some one night shit. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That shit really, like, I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I thought to myself, like, damn, that's your boys, like, that's your, like, my thing is, like, even if they never dated Drake and Rihanna, like, that's still his, like, crush. So it's like, all right, like, for example, like, say I'm not dating my girl, and fucking Kataya hits you up and finds you more attractive than me and wants to date you. I would hope you'd be like, nah, chill, like, I want to, but like, that's you're my boy's everything. You know what I mean? Like, I would wish that A$AP would be like, yo, Riri, I love you.
In that scenario, are you saying you would have never dated Kataya, whatever the fuck your name is? Or are you saying you just have a crush on her?
Because I have a crush on her. And if I was single, and obviously you were single too, so assuming we're both single, and Kataya approached you instead of me, I would hope you would be like, nah, chill. I would love to, but like, it would really destroy my boy Danny's heart, and that's my nigga. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
I would be like,
I would wish A$AP would be like, Riri, I love you, but like that's my boy, and like I just don't want to have that tension.
Yeah, I mean, I hope ASAP would have talked to Drake ahead of time, if assuming they're boys. It seems like they're actual boys.
I feel like you at least have to have that run by.
Yeah.
Like,
and
bro,
it has to be like a valid thing, not just like trying to smack and
like yo, you better fucking marry this bitch.
Yeah.
Like you better.
Like you better start an empire and include me in some way or some shit.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like if you have that sit down, like, bro, we just happen to be alone for a fucking evening and we just connect on so many levels. I got to figure out what's going on, as opposed to like, yo, I smashed. We're not talking anymore. It's not a big deal. It's like, bro, what? You better fucking marry this bitch. You fucking just ruined our friendship.
Right.
But yeah, I saw that news. I figured we got to bring it up. All right, man. So pretty much a lot happened in the past week since we fucking spoke. What has been your heat of the week, though? What have you like been on constant repeat?
Yeah, so I've been following this dude for a minute. His name is Jack Harlow. He's from this. I think he's white. From Louisville, Kentucky. Some associated acts are Bryson Tiller. I think Bryson Tiller is from the same area as him, so I believe that's why. But he has a really, really solid flow. Trying to think of who he's similar to. I don't know. We'll get to that later. But he fits very well in with the new school rappers. Has really clever, like funny, but nice bars. This song's called "What's Poppin'." The instrumental kind of has like a Drake, DaBaby sort of feel to it. Kind of like trappy, but also clubby and fun.
Okay.
So I really like his whole discography that I've gone through, and I think he's gonna be one of the up and comers who will make a wave and kind of last because he actually has talent. There's no like weird gimmick that he's trying to live off of, like a Lil Pump or something. Like he actually spits bars, and his freestyle on what's it called, Sway, was actually pretty dope. So if you guys haven't heard of him, his name is Jack Harlow. And the song is called "What's Poppin'."
All right, "What's Poppin'." I'm gonna add that shit right now to my playlist and check it out. So, dude, I don't even know if this is one artist. I think it is, but I could be wrong. 3-0 Black. 3-0. So it's a 3, and it's all one word. 3, the number 3, OH, and then BLACK. 3-0 Black. I think it's one dude, but I could be wrong. But bro, so them or he has a song called "All Talk," and bro, this is the hardest fucking, like, I would fuck you up if you get anywhere near me kind of fucking song. Like the song is literally all talk. It's like y'all talking shit, and I'm gonna show up and let's see what the fuck you're about. Like it is like yo, so running or working out to this shit. That's why I heard it for the first time working out. I was fucking killing that bench press. I'm like, that's fucking it shit gets you like it's like some. I would say more talented 6ix9ine kind of vibe. Like it's fucking it's fire. So all nice. Talk.
I just added it.
3-0 Black. Yo, check it out. Like text me after the shit and let me know if you like it.
How'd you hear about it? Like the algorithm?
So I there's a couple of DJs I follow down in Miami at their SoundCloud, and like when they put out a mix, I just listen to the mix throughout my workout. And this song came up, and like, even the DJ was like, "Yeah, motherfuckers don't know about this," and like he brought it back a couple times, and I was like, "Yo," I just started typing the fucking lyrics to Google. I'm like, "Bro, what is this song?" So if like I'm doing that, I'm like, "Bro, this shit's fire."
Mm-hmm. Just frantically typing in all the verses that you're hearing.
All the verses, bro. Like bro, there's like I don't want to ruin the song, but there's like a breakdown though where like I'm being jumped by like 5 people. I took a shot. Now there's 4. Now there's 4 of them left. 1 more shot. 3 of them left. 3 more shots. It's just me. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, this shit is
dark as hell.
Yo, it's so hard, bro. And it starts off hard, bro. So, yo, trust me, you're gonna listen to it and be like, yo, I got at the gym, pop that. But yeah, that's my heat of the week, bro. Yeah, because I really not with the Kobe shit, but just like I don't know, for whatever reason, like when Friday dropped, like I wasn't really checking for any new music, so. Yeah, I got lucky with this one because otherwise I wasn't even on like Apple or Spotify looking for what dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's good. I've been phone has been super dry when it comes to music the past week or so for whatever reason.
Yeah, dude, I think because I've been fucking overplaying Mac Miller shit like nonstop and like mixing it with like other songs in my playlist. I really don't give a fuck about like anyone else right now. But yeah, I mean, it's 2020, it's still early, so I guarantee a bunch of heat's gonna keep coming over the next like couple weeks. But yeah, as of right now, I'm not really checking for anything right now.
Yeah, same.
All right, man, that's pretty much it for another week. I hope you feel better, bro. Any plans for Super Bowl? Who you picking for Super Bowl? And what are your plans for Super Bowl?
No plans or pick actually so far.
Really?
I might go to one of my boys' spots. Because he's throwing like I don't know if it's a pool party or just a party, but
okay.
I'm definitely not hosting, nor do I want to do that and have to clean up and shit. So might just head over there. Are you a fan of either team or
not a fan? I'm a
dog in this fight?
I'm with my teams. I'm very like I have one team and that's it. But I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are pretty good, and one of my boys' brothers actually receiver on the Chiefs, so like root for him to win and shit, win a ring.
Yeah.
And I'm going to one of my boys' house, right on the outskirts of Miami, so like I don't have to go into Miami because I refuse to do anything in Miami this week because it's a fucking zoo. But yeah, I have to watch it. Cool thing about my job, they let you come in like 2 hours late the day after the Super Bowl. So.
Oh wow, that's super dope. Yeah. I'm curious to see how I just saw an article about the whole controversy with the Chiefs and the fans dressing up like Native Americans and how that's gonna pan out because now we're in the woke era.
Some politically correct bullshit.
Yeah, and then are people still kneeling? Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't think that's a thing anymore, bro.
Okay. Word. Well.
I mean, it kind of lost its message anyway, like with the whole.
Yeah. Now and people aren't gonna give a fuck.
But what the cool thing I would say that the NFL is doing is that the commercials in between the games are highlighting a lot of current and old players who are doing a lot of amazing things for like the minority community though. So that's cool.
Shit. That's
like,
cool.
And like like a lot of things, bro. Like Antonio, there's I can't remember his last name, but I can't remember his last name. If it comes to me next episode, I'll bring it up. But like a former receiver from the Cardinals, like his brother was killed in by off-duty cop because he was black, and he shared his story, and then he shared his story of like what he's doing to help there be a better relation between the police and like inner city communities and shit like that. Yeah. So stories like that like are very graphic because it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But the NFL is not shying away from it and is putting it literally like on prime time TV during like major games. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's dope. At least we're getting somewhere with that. So,
and
did they announce?
Jay-Z being in the background has probably a huge part to play with this shit.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad they're shying away from like the super corny commercials just for Twitter people to be talking about it.
Yeah, play sport for 60 minutes a day, kids. And if you're a fucking black kid in the neighborhood, I can't. My dad's dead. I can't afford this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
did they announce who was gonna perform halftime?
Bro, I think because it's in Miami, they want to have like the super Latino vibe. So it's fucking J-Lo and Shakira.
Oh god.
Yo, this is gonna be the first halftime. I just I'm good.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hot, I guess, but like.
Bro, but this is the thing. So you fucking know this as well. There's like a meme I saw, which is phenomenal. It's like, yo, so like it's like 10 rules for everyone visiting Miami. And rule number 1 for girls. Girls, if you're a 10 where you come from, you're a 6 or a 7 in Miami. Pay the cover charge. And there's like, listen, Miami, you're visiting Miami, but the football game is 45 minutes north in a little town called Miami Gardens. So just be aware that there is nothing to do around the actual football game. Remember, like that's where they did Rolling Loud, bro, and like Dolphin Stadium is fucking forever away of where Miami actually is, bro. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, speaking of Rolling Loud, they just dropped the lineup. That shit looks hard though. So like one of my boys literally texted me like, "Yo, you want to go?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm 31. The days of partying with 15-year-olds is done for me." But good luck to you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Part of me was like, "Fuck, do I want to go?" And one reason I didn't was because I'm like, okay, I've seen the vast majority of these people. And then 2, I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could deal with these 14, 15-year-olds anymore. It's just too much.
I'm not, that, and obviously, like, it's, for whatever reason, there's been, and obviously, you don't want a bad apple to ruin it for everybody else, but there's been more violence, like, in the crowds these last 2 years. Like, I'm just not trying to be around, bro. Like, if I can avoid catching a straight bullet, I'm gonna fucking avoid catching a straight bullet. But what I am gonna peep is we were just fucking making fun of him. Again, I said that I am a Bieber fan. Bieber's in Miami in July, and the real reason I want to peep, because obviously Bieber's good. Jaden Smith is on tour with him too.
Oh shit, that's super dope.
So that'll be dope. Yeah. Like I want to watch like his full set on his new album, because I think when we saw him in Coachella, the album hadn't dropped yet. So it'll be cool to see him do a full Eris like set.
Yeah. No, we'll look forward to the story of that.
Big facts. Oh, dude, how was the game concert you went to?
Very underwhelming.
Really?
I was pretty disappointed.
Is so fat, by the way. Also.
Oh, he's huge. Like,
bro, he's like that. Yo, people get like round belly. This motherfucker just gets like a fucking fridge. Like he is just so wide, bro.
No, he was wide and tall and just
he's also like 6'7". Like,
yeah. So like we had great seats. We were on the balcony, like pretty much right in front.
Nice.
And for whatever reason, I think he might have smoked too much. He just did like very low energy the whole time. Didn't really. I don't recall him doing many or classics at all. Of course, he paused and was talking about like Nipsey and YG shit for like 5 minutes. I mean, it was an interesting experience, but not like after seeing that, I'm not inclined to ever go see his concert again, which is unfortunate because he's like, at least in high school, he was literally my favorite rapper.
Yeah, he was the guy.
He was the guy, and it was super underwhelming. So,
damn, did he bring anybody else out though? It was cool.
No, that's the weird thing is, so the concert started at 8, and my brother and I were like, fuck, we should at least get there before 8:30 so that we can see the opening acts. Opening acts I had never heard of. I really appreciate the fact that the game is putting on for these dudes because they're probably from the hood or whatever, but like he didn't bring anybody out, and it was Grammys weekend, of course, so I'm like,
everybody was there, bro.
Yeah, Chris Brown or YG or somebody might come out, but nobody.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, Dom Kennedy, but he's like LA famous, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, he has a couple bangers though, I'm not gonna lie. Damn, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's always an experience. You can just fucking say that you were there, because I remember when I went to see Meek and Future, like I wanted to see Meek because I love that Championship album, but bro, Meek Mill, and I would say he did a good job at the Grammys, but for a full set, bro, he's not a good performer, bro. Like there's not, he's not Drake or he's not Travis Scott. Like, he's just literally just standing there and rapping. Like there's no like show. Like you're not, you know what I mean? Like, so that was underwhelming, but he actually did do a really good job at the Grammys, I thought. All right, man. So, I mean, that's pretty much our weekend recap. Again, episode 15, Mamba out. We're out of here, but keep fucking listening, subscribing. The YouTube numbers are going up. I think our average audience number now is up to like 25 listens a week. So,
nice.
Bro, we can't get to 100 without getting to 25. So, baby steps.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, my dude.
All right,
Peace
man.
out.
Peace.